Even those that have been able to stay, they're still in fear about what's next.
The head of Greensboro's housing coalition there addressing the situation facing people who live at the British Lake Apartments off Battleground Avenue. Their rent doubled this month. Mostly senior citizens call this community home. Now, we first told you about the rent concerns at one of its sister properties, the New Garden Manor Apartments, in March of this year. After city leaders and local organizations got involved with the property owner, the owner postponed the planned rent hike until this month, and now the time is up. Fox 8's Tyler Harden spoke with someone who lives there. He joins us live outside the complex. Tyler, you learned the rent hike isn't affecting everyone just yet.
Neil, the property owner, tells me that the rent hike is when after each unit is renovated. And now, so far, half of the units here have been renovated. And get this, after they announced this rent hike, half of the residents here stayed. Now, while some of them cannot afford this new rent, a lot of them are holding out hope that they can make it work, especially because there are not a lot of options to move to.
I would prefer remaining in this particular apartment.
61-year-old Adley Wordsworth has called this British Lake apartment home since 2017.
Remaining here helps to alleviate that anxiety.
Much of that anxiety coming from knowing when his apartment is renovated, rent will double from $575 to more than $1,000 a month. It was a decision determined by new property owners earlier this year.
When a development or business comes in, not understanding the community, not understanding the dynamics of a neighborhood can cause havoc.
And that's what dozens of people living in the British Lake and New Garden Manor apartments are dealing with now that rent's changing for the first time in decades.
Having that stability helped a lot of seniors. You know, unfortunately, there were some seniors who got displaced and are suffering because of that.
No one has found affordable housing. So those that have moved are usually paying more rent, or they're living in a condition where they don't know what they're going to do next.
Executive Director of the Greensboro Housing Coalition, Josie Williams, says they're aware of at least 75 people who have moved out of these two communities. Seniors now living with relatives or in substandard housing, even at a church parsonage.
Making decisions on whether or not they're going to pay rent or whether or not they're going to eat.
She says it's a waiting game for the people who remain.
So there's just looming uncertainty of what's going to happen to them after the rent has increased.
When that time comes, Adley is planning to get a roommate or find a job.
Or having multiple jobs. And that is probably very difficult for most seniors, you know, to do.
And Adley tells me that his church family have given him a lot of comfort during this very stressful time. The property owner tells me that the residents are notified a couple weeks before those renovations are scheduled to happen. He says that his team is working with them and flexible on those dates, but not flexible on the price. Live in Greensboro tonight, Tyler Harden, Fox 8 News.